Sorry, but I can't believe this. See, I was afraid of that. Threatened. Yeah, I feel threatened by AI. One way or the other. But, stop yourself, Ink. Don't say it. There needs to be a calling. No, right? You really do that something to change my mind. No, if we're going to change. Oh fuck, dude. You know? Oh, it was a lot of work. And but it's more than that. Did I put myself before I made the video that I did yesterday? It was yesterday. This is how crazy life is. It doesn't feel like yesterday, but it was yesterday. So yeah, it's getting nuts. The video I made yesterday. Do I change my mind? Not really. Bit of verse. And each print. Don't blink, it's your Wayne. Welcome to the commercial. So doing well because I have a well. I just woke up. I woke up at 7:30. At 7:40, it is 7:58. About to make some content. We have some beautiful sunsets. As you see, we got these. And yeah, so this is gonna be my morning. I got a lot of videos to do. And tomorrow morning, we don't have a sunrise. We do have some rain, so could be cool. However, gonna be making some content from 8 to 9:40 because after that I got my TikTok battles. And I would like to stream. So that sounds delightful. Don't blink is you blink. Welcome to the commercial. Everything well because you guys are having a wonderful day on this 16 June 2025. Want to show you the sunset. I'm sorry, it's already started. It's not that bad though. We woke up at 7:40. It is 7:58. Damn, that your boy took a shower. Yes, I do take shower. I'm not as stinky as you think. Just close. Just close. So yeah, so see the sunset together and my beautiful mustache. I was lost, now I'm found. I'm sustained by the sound of the angels singing me to sleep. My power soaring underground. Am I dead or am I streaming instead? Or a cornucopia of opium has flooded my head. The cloud in front of us is gorgeous. Did you guys know that another word for cloud is cumulus? Right? And you guys know that another word for oral sex is cunnilingus? Right? Not the same thing. Similar, but not the same thing. Why are they similar? Only God knows. Ooh, I died. But 5,000. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. 5,700. Which means we got the milestone. Which means we got the freaking milestone. Oh my god. This is huge, dude. This is huge. I didn't know that you could have that. Because this is the first time we've passed the 4,500, but I had to stay for the this word. Take. Good link. It's your blink. Welcome to Computer. This is doing one because I'm having a wonderful day on the 16th June 2025. Today, this is my very first video. This is a video that is, I'm super excited to do it. So, it is the 16th June 2025. This is my second raw video. We just finished sleeping. We slept from 2 to 7:30, which is 5 hours and a half, which is not a lot, but I'm gonna somehow pull it out. Before we start the video, I want to shout out a couple people. I want to shout out Benjamin because he finished high school. So congrats, Benjamin. He came to life today. I did a live today of 20 minutes. You guys were super supportive. Really, 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 really warm with my little heart. And today, this video is not for the first time, but it's a direct response to something. But before that, I am tired as fuck because I just woke up. And this video that I really want to take my time doing, that's really important to me. So I'm gonna go with Reserve Orange Dream Cycle. Now, of course, we're talking about Monster Reserve. We are talking about Reserve. Shout out to Anna Marie with a First Nation. Now, a lot of people say, the First Nation are not more than Reserve, their culture. No, dude. Technically, something positive, which is Monster, and it made me think of a friend. And a good friend, you think about them often. And if that's weird, well, I'm a weird guy, so that's to be expected. Expect the unexpected, and except when the unexpected is a dude named Ink. I'm in a weird headspace today because, again, this is amazing because I tend to do, even though there's no planning when it comes to the channel, I tend to do, I wouldn't say easier videos, but I tend to do videos that come to me a bit easier. My opinion on subject is more put. Now we're talking about AI, which is something that is, it's not brand new. It's not brand new to me, right? It's not brand new to me, but it's something that I'm not super aware. So I wanted to talk about it because I was streaming and then I made a video yesterday about AI and I talked about Genesis. And I was like, oh, you made a song. And then it felt like I was undermining the work. Now, that was not the case. If you guys saw the video and you felt like I was undermining AI work, I'm not. Do I believe that some people will take the easy route of AI? See, that is okay for you. Mom, I love you. Because she'll think like, oh, my poor son needs caffeine to function. I'm okay, Mom. It's just a phase. It's not a phase. It's not a phase. She'll never know, but it's not a phase. And she'll tell me, what's the phase? I'm done. I tell her, Mom, I can't shake the monkey off my back. Which is a term used when you have a crack addiction. Did you guys know that? See? This is classic Ink Vendetta videos. I have a subject, right? And in the perfect way, and this is the beautiful thing, but this is also a subject that is kind of molded by something else, right? It is the chaos, it is the human nature. We're talking about AI, so that's kind of cool, right? And the AI. And it's the cool thing with my videos is, you know the subject, right? You know my opinion on it because I talked about it yesterday. Now, am I going to tell you, oh, yesterday I was full of shit, I think I'm wrong? No. However, today was speaking with Genesis, I was, I'm going to talk about this later, but it was really interesting as to talk to him. And my best friend, I fucking love that dude. We're going to be celebrating 2 years of friendship, so flowers and chocolate, I guess. He wants a croissant because he said that I owe him a croissant, when clearly said that if you want a croissant, come and get it. And if you don't come and get it, no croissant. What am I supposed to give you to keep you the croissant in a safe place for 10 years? No, sorry, Bob. You're there, you eat it, you eat it. If you don't eat it, tough luck shot. Tough luck shot. I would say tough luck Sean, but for some reason Sean felt like it rhymed, which it doesn't. So with Ink, this guy, do not refer to yourself as a third person. I'm seeing this content creator called Beauty Streams, and he does it. And I'm like, what a douche. My apologies. What a douchebag. And I'm like, bro, talking to yourself in this first person, please, raise it out. That's how I do that. And if you're lucky, I'll stay on track. And I'll be talking about AI, and if another talk about freaking Apple for 4 hours. I talk about how a single event where I had to eat Apple created a deep-rooted child trauma. But it's okay because I was doing somebody's mowed lawn, and this is very recent. For some reason, and I know this is weird. As a child, I I was raised in a house. Now, selfishness, huh? But the reason why I'm saying that is my father was in such a garden. In the garden could look good, but it's grass that had to look good. Because he was like, people don't understand having a garden, but you don't understand having grass. So he would mow the lawn a lot. Just the smell is quite pleasant. As a kid, I grew up in a house like that. And again, I think this is how you're raised. There's two smells that I really enjoy. And it was sawdust and mowed lawn. Oh, that portion. I don't know why. Does that make me weird? Does that make me weirder? You can tell I'm in a weird mindset today. I'm in a weird mindset today. I'll make another video about it, but this is my first video, and I don't really. You should wake up and know how you feel, but this feeling is so strange. We did a workout, TikTok workout, and you guys have been so supportive. And I was like, holy shit, what was I supposed to? But it's like, it's how much you wanted something to do, right? And also, speaking, I would be not mad because I'm very grateful for the one I have. I'm very grateful for the community that I have. It's just I don't want to fall into this tunnel, this tunnel of making only one from content. However, it's positive content. And the thing with the weight loss is when the weight is lost, it's something new, you know. So, but hey, right now, right here, it's on it, so who cares? So coming back to AI. So I made a video yesterday, and I made a video where you guys know me. I don't have a filter. How I felt about the video yesterday. I still feel about the video. But Janice came in, and lately I have to give props to Janice. People are gonna say, "Oh, you touch and take to him," because of what I'm gonna say. But to me, what I'm gonna say is a compliment. Janice has been a lot more vocal lately, and it's beautiful because he's telling me how he's evolving. See, right now, and there's a lot of people in my life lately. There's been a lot of people. On a daily basis, there's two people that really shine. And it's not because, I prefer those people. It's just that I have to deal with them a bit more. So one of them is Anna Marie because Anna, we had this relationship of co-accountability, where she'll mention that I stream, and she'll come to me and she's like, "Yo, I stream," and I'm like, "I'm super proud of you," but I know it's harder for her because she's a bit more reserved. And the other person is Janice because Janice comes in, and it's kind of funny because we fought, and he left my life for a while, and there was a time where I'm like, dude, I miss Janice, you know. And then that time you realize, okay, well, see, the phone is too hot. Give me a second. And I miss how vocal he was. And you know, I celebrated Father's Day this weekend, and this weekend. It was yesterday. It was yesterday. It's so crazy because I made all of those videos at the lakeshore, and I gotta say, the weather was beautiful. The spectacle was beautiful, but never would I think that it was yesterday. It just feels like it was a week ago, but it was yesterday. And it took me seeing my father yesterday, talking to Janice yesterday, to realize why I like Janice. In a weird way, Janice and my father are extremely similar. They're both vocal, and they're both gonna. They both. How can I say this? Like lately, Janice has been more vocal about his emotion and that's equal. And it's coming from a place where he doesn't feel heard, which I think sucks. one of the hardest thing in life is it doesn't feel heard. It just does. It's not feel heard. So yesterday I see the video, and today he was like, "Hey, I just wanted to let you know, I didn't agree with." And this is the crazy thing is we fought because of a video like that, and last time, yeah, well, this morning, fuck. You see, it is this afternoon, but I slept. So for me, this is a new day, but it's still sharing the day with this. So why am I saying that this is so weird? Because when I made the video out of when I made the video out of the Father's Day, and when I made the video out of the lake shore, it was yesterday morning sunrise. So let's say 5:55, 6 o'clock, and right now we're a day later and a day in the afternoon. I got 2 sleeps, so it feels like it's 2 days ago when it's one day ago. And when Janice is like, Janice was like, hey, I don't, and I gotta applaud for that. It was more vocal. You see, in my life, I'm extremely lucky because the people that I have in my life are really caring. They're really there for me. I mentioned this before. It is a blessing to have a lot of you guys in my life. Like, for example, today I had Ben, who was like, yo, I had my prom, and I felt like he wanted to tell me because he was proud of himself. I had Andrew talking about, hey, you know what? Um, and he brought his friend and said, yo, this is Ink. And Andrew was like, and it was beautiful. Andrew was like, yo, he introduced his friend, and he was like, um, this is X, this is Y, right? Yep, you brought 2 friends. Semi Boy and the other one I think was Jake. I don't know. They came in. I was finishing the stream. By the way, I did a short TikTok live today for the workout. Not because I was tired, but it's more so because I want to test things out, and you guys were super receptive to it. So thank you. And he was like, "Yo, this is my friends," and of course you could say, "Oh, thank you so much for sharing the live," but it's the content creator version of me is like, holy shit, more people. But the human nature is like, yo, you feel comfortable enough to say, yo, I'm important as a content creator, which is mind blowing. I'm important enough as a content creator to present your friend, which is very weird parasocial, very, very weird. Like, it's like, you go to a group of friends, you have a party, then you bring a group of friends and say, hey, this is X, this is Y, and they're super chill. But then it's my fault because I have been treating social media as a work when it's social, and lately I've been treating it more social. It's just been more fun. So, but what I was saying that is because I feel like a lot of people are prone to say yes to me, because most people know that I'm a good guy, or I try to be a good guy. That's the thing. If you try to be a good guy, people will see, hey, if you're trying to be people will see you trying to be a good guy and say, okay, well, he is a good guy, even if you don't succeed as being a good guy, because you put in the effort and the intention behind it is good. So, which it is yesterday, and it was so fucking cool because he made me like a paragraph and say, hey, this is how I felt about your video, and I did talk about him. So, to have his opinion, to have his feedback on is not, I wouldn't say his version, but his reality. And we're gonna talk about this later because this blew my mind. But first of all, to have him being vocal enough to say, hey, I didn't agree with you, which I fucking adore, but also I don't, he literally said word for word, I know that you weren't trying to attack me, which I wasn't, but it was so nice. It was so nice to see it. And then when I talk about the AI, and then when I talk about AI was because it was proximity. For example, Janice being my best friend, but also Janice being somebody that I speak to every day, using AI. I'm like, holy shit, this is this common. See, for example, right? Everybody listen to a type of music. Okay, let's put it like that, right? Let's put it like that. Everybody listen to a type of music, and you think it's a fade. You think I was talking about fade. I was talking about a phase, right? And then you have and to you listen to a little bit of this. You try a little bit of the AI, and it's not for you. It's not your cup of tea. And then you have loud ass neighbors, and your loud ass neighbors are playing that music. And at first, you're taking your broom and you're hitting and say, shut the fuck up. And the second time, you're like, you know what? It's not bad music. So with AI, it really came close. And I think, and this is weird because this is very psychological. I think when I saw how close it was, I think I had a traumatic response, right? But it's also, this is classic ink. I was very proud of my boy for making content, and I know he wants to make content and it's harder for him, but he did. I was really, really proud. But there was also the fact that, okay, well, AI is at the doorstep. So I felt, I'll be completely honest, I felt insecure. I felt threatened. Not that jealous, of course, because I wanted to succeed. See, Jealous didn't start making content yet. But if he starts making content and he ends up making much more enjoyable content than mine, I'm gonna be like, yo, okay, I'm gonna be an asshole and say, hey, I knew this guy because before he was fucking famous, but I'm still gonna be extremely happy for him. So, but I had really a traumatic response because, and I did mention this. And surprisingly enough, this is kind of close to what we're talking about in this video. Um, it was the Yeti and it was the Bigfoot, and people have been making AI video about that, and it's so fucking funny because they'll take like a vlog, right? For example, and this is the craziest part. One of the content creators, and this blows my mind. This is what's beautiful about life. This is something that is, I didn't never thought was gonna happen. Well, I'm gonna say it short because I talk about this a lot. We discovered a them, and Outdoors Boys, as I mentioned, Outdoors Boys, I mentioned, was my first survival. Was my very first survival. Fuck. My very first survival channel that I was watching, and I don't. I think the content creator was more important than the type of content. Then you start to listen to the type of content, and it happens. It just pleases you, so you're more interested, right? Do I give a fuck about surviving in the forest? No, because I don't think I'm going to be in the forest. But if I can be entertained and have a good experience on how to survive in the forest, that's cool. All of this to say, I'm watching Yeti and the Bigfoot, and it's fucking kind of funny because they're doing like vlogs, and you can see that they're holding the GoPro and they're doing survival, and it's kind of funny because they're saying, oh, they fucking some campers left their beers and I stole them, so this makes me laugh, and I have been impressed, but very, very impressed by how good it is, by how much I enjoyed it. See, with AI, and this is what Janice was talking about, and this blows my mind. With AI, there's this content which is flawless, and then you see the content that you can clearly tell it's AI. And there's just also fear about it. There's also this fear about it, but in the same way, like I said, it was a traumatic response to him, to one of my close friends, showing me how far we've came with AI. And it's gonna be a beautiful video to do because there's quite a lot of steps to take, so it's fun. So then, what happened is, I'm like, holy shit, right? And I'm seeing AI that was kind of shitty before being super good, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm tripping. So now, what started this conversation is he showed me a song, and he was showing this song. This is not what I was going to go. See, ADHD. Okay, cool. And with the Yeti and the Bigfoot, it was just so well made. So like, okay, well, is this where AI is? And it feels threatened. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, I remember. So people in the comments right now, one of the main comments that I see, not in my comments, but in comments in general, is this AI? So we're literally in a phase where AI is good enough to copy or to mirror your reality, and we're really at a standpoint, and this right now, right here, right now, is one of the worst periods for AI. One of the worst periods because we're still at a step where it's improving a lot, and we're starting to question reality. Now, technically speaking, there's going to be regulation, which just told me about, which was insane. But technically speaking, we'll be able to say, okay, well, this is AI, or this is real life, and this is one way. The other way is the content from AI will be so good that we don't care that it's AI. Because at the end of the day, so morally speaking, I think we all want to be entertained. I think we all want to have a greener planet, but we have these water bottles that we're supposed to recycle, We're on a run somewhere on a mountain trail. There's a garbage. There's no recycling bin. Your water's finished. You're gonna put it in the. You're gonna be putting it in the garbage, right? You're gonna be wanting to eat healthier, but then you're gonna see the price of fruit and vegetable at the grocery store and like, oh, you know what? That's a problem. You know, it's where do you hold your morals, and that was the Chinese response to it. You see, um, I mentioned yesterday my problem with AI was how omnipresent it's gonna be, and it's a real fear. It's a real fear. Yesterday, when I made the video, it was uncomfortable. It wasn't. I'm against AI. This makes me uncomfortable, and there's so many good things about that. There's so many bad things about that. The good thing is um, I mentioned how I was so proud of my boy, because he isn't the person that's gonna take the camera and film because he's shy. But at the same time, if AI allowed him to be creative, and yes, post content, absolutely, make content, post content, because and it's possibly a perception, but one of the most, one of the funnest thing to do is to film content. The second funnest thing to do is to put it live or put it online, because you're putting up it online and you're like, okay, well, guess what? This is my perception. This is what's gonna happen. This is, for example, this is my vision. This is my baby, and I'm gonna put it out there. You see, I mean, it's such a weird thing to say, but imagine you're parents, and I know this is gonna sound very, very bad, but you're parents, and the parents, you have your kid, and you raised your kid for 4 years, and you taught him to be the best kid you can be, and you're hoping, you're praying to the gods, to whatever gods you want, that you did a good job as a parent. I want to show you guys how nice the nature is. There's nothing people prefer is clear sky, and although I think a clear sky is good, to me, clouds are just freaking beautiful. They're just freaking beautiful. Um, yeah, they're just freaking beautiful. It's nuts because yeah. So you have your kid, and you send him to school, and you're like, okay, well, now it's time to test if I did a good job. And putting a video, you have your own perception, and you put it at the world, and the world might be like, fuck that, it's stupid, right? So yeah, I have this fear. Now, here's the beautiful part. Am I making a version number 2? So far what I'm saying is pretty akin to what I was saying before, right? It's a couple of side tangents here and there, but pretty much what I said before. And then yes, this today, just like you, I didn't agree with the fact that how you portrayed me. Yes, it's an AI song, but it took me hard work, and it took me you told me it took 10 days. Now here is where it's kind of complex. I was threatened by the AI. I was threatened by how it affects my content, because of course, we're going to talk about that later on, about something that is going to be quite controversial. Does it fit my content, and if yes, how does it fit my content, which is also super important. Um, and it was nuts because I didn't put myself in a creator in a AI in a content creator who uses AI as a tool. I didn't put myself in those shoes. I've had people make fun about me with AI, which I'm super grateful. But and this is a weird thing, when Janice did the video, I was like, when Janice did the song, I was like, holy shit, this is next level. I didn't think about the amount of work that's being put in. To me, I don't know much about AI. Is it something that's super simple to use? Is it something that's super hard to use? I know that there's really better quality AI than others. Like for example, we'll take some of the videos that it's clearly AI, and some of the video where, for example, the Bigfoot and the Yeti doesn't. Well, it's AI because you can tell it's AI because they don't exist, but it's so well made. Like, okay, well, you question things. It's nuts. There's this, and right now we're thinking of a huge place, right? So for when this came in, and it's like, yo, you don't understand. I don't think you understand how hard I worked, and it kind of felt bad because, of course, it's my boy. But at the same time, it's kind of nice that he said that because it's your boy, and because it's your best friend, you don't really care how hard he works, because like I trust you, I have faith in you. if you release something, if you put your heart and soul, I know you. I know that you're close to your feelings. So when you do something, I'm close to my feelings too. So when you do something, or when you make a video, or when you do X, Y, Z, um, you are in a position of, I'm gonna be myself through it. It's two people drinking the same can of Monster, and they're both doing a review, and the review is completely different. Simplistically say, and they have different tastes in food, and women, and everything. They simply see, and this is actually crazy, because this is such a good example. See, how can I say this? Um, there's it's not the taste, but it's how you accomplish the work. And I saw AI, and I saw people using tool, and I was talking about how it's a crutch. Um, and crutch are good because sometimes you need crutch, but you can allow crutch to rule your life. For example, oh, your foot is hurt, you need crutch to walk. That's cool. When you're healed, you have to give up on the crutch, right? And it's not. I was seeing somebody talk about how you take a blind man, you cure his blindness. The first thing he does, he gets rid of the walking cane, or the cane that he had. But his cane has been his tool since his entire life, you know. So to me, this was quite telling. So this came in today, and it was like, hey, I don't think you understand how much work I put in. And after that, it was like, hey, I know you didn't mean it to do diet. And it's kind of cool because we thought about a video like that before, and you know, I'm seeing a more trust, yeah, more trust, but more like, this is how I feel about it, and if we can talk about how I feel about it, let's talk about how I feel, and it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. Um, Recently meeting a lot of new people have made me realize that we all have our fucking stories, and we all have this universe, and from a baby to right now, and what affected us, and what made us the person we are today. Is there a specific event that was traumatic, or a special event that was, example, you were a kid and you went to a baseball game, and because you went to a baseball game, you want to be a baseball player, you know, and that's your obsession. So him using AI, of course it was threatening, but at the same time, he put his heart and soul, and I was so proud of him. And what I was trying to say is, I was proud of him because he was my boy, but I should have been proud of him because of the work he put in. And he was like, yo, there's so much what you already understand. For example, with this song, and he was talking to me about how certain companies, they will say, hey, you can use our website or our tools to make a song, but then we have the rights to the song. And I didn't know about that. It's such a wild west. And to me, see, imagine the AI tool. Imagine how they can be used for um, improving life of a lot of people. But then, if you're not improving life of a lot of people, then you're using it for monetary gain. Then you're kind of going backward. For example, the electric cars. We were supposed to have that a while ago. However, companies of gas were like, fuck that. We don't want you to use it. We want you to buy our gas. So they bought the plan and they destroyed it. So it's kind of like AI, you know? Is it something? That's exactly like AI. Are electric cars positive? Absolutely. Is AI positive? Absolutely. Well used. And he was talking to me about how it was hard work, and he wrote the lyric himself, and he was talking to me about how what his part of the work was, and also how much the computer, well, not the computer, but the AI did. And to me, again, I'm going to repeat myself, but it was, I never put myself in the content creator shoes of AI. And even when I did, I was like, yo, for my boy, he wants to make content, but he's shy, so this is a perfect tool because it's not a want, or it's not a need, well, no, it's not a want. I want to use AI because the quality of it will be better. It's a need because I want to make content, and this is one of the things that I can use, you know. Genesis is perfectly normal. He has his limbs, he has his voice, he's smart, but it doesn't mean that right away he's going to be similar to me. And similar to me as a content creator, we have different ways of approaching things, different ways of working, and this is the beautiful thing. If AI is the way, and I did mention this, yesterday's videos. I was mentioning like, hey, if everybody's using AI, and I started using AI in the last 4 years, of my life making content and improving my confidence and improving my social skill were meant to be for nothing. But what am I not saying is, if I was to restart, would I use AI? Possibly, possibly because it's a tool. Me and Nancy were working on streamings, and we're using a thing called, and this is kind of crazy when you think about it because it is a tool to stream on multiple platforms, multi-streaming. And then what is kind of weird is I was like, dude, I'm trying to do multi-stream, but I want to do it on Kick and on TikTok. And again, all of this is kind of seen, right? You can see it on the videos, and then it's like, am I gonna help? And then Janice comes in, and I'm like, why? He's like, why are you having such a hard time? And I'm like, well, everybody's saying something that is different. Everybody's using keys, different keys. And then at the end, he comes in with a program called Restream. And Restream, instead of using OBS and making sure that we're working through OBS, we're working through this tool, and it's doing the job for us. So it's kind of like AI in itself, right? And it was a tool that was free, so you're like, okay, well, let's use it, right? So it's nice because at the same time it is the easier route, but at the end of the day, you get to the same point, you know? Didn't put myself in the shoes of a content creator that uses AI, and of course there's great quality AI, and there is bad quality AI, of course. Like I was saying, I'm threatened, I'm fearful of AI in a way where it's just going to be impossible to compete with. It's going to be impossible to compete with, you know? And it's funny because I saw my father yesterday, and he was talking about marginal. Marginal is a French word for out there, for eccentric. So there's this word called, so there's this paper, right? And you write in the paper, and there's this margin. And technically speaking, you're not in the margin. You're in the margin, you're writing on the paper, but you're not writing on where you're supposed to be. So you're still on the same paper. I think AI is going to be that. I think AI is, right, so this is the crazy part. So you're in the margin, and you write here, this is the paper, and you write here. You're still on the same paper, but it's just, you're a bit out there. With AI right now, this is the margin. A lot more people are using, we got new neighbors, they're super cool too. I was filming and they said, hey, what are you filming? I said, oh, I'm filming nature. Like, oh, good for you. Instead of saying, please don't film. Because people will think I'm filming them, which I'm not. It would be really weird. With the margin, a lot of people are going to be making videos, and some people will be using AI as the margin. But the more people that use AI, it's going to be like a minority. People who are making content themselves versus you can hear a stream versus people that don't use it, and there will be a shift in the balance, and then we're going to be making content are going to be the margin. What I'm afraid also is, yes, my friend did a song using AI, and he was talking to me about how hard he works, and I really applaud that. You see, I was proud of him for, and this is my fault. I was wrong for that. This is something that you shouldn't do. I was proud of him for working, but I should have been proud for him for how hard he worked. Because he owed me to this standard of, hey, did you really try? So for example, we're doing a stream, it's like, did you really try? And I was like, okay, I'm gonna try again. For the streaming. But then he was honest about using AI, which is great because it's a new world. Also, my problem is, how many of the content creators we're watching are using AI to better their video? If you look at a very popular content creator, so for example, people like top streamers, right? They have a whole team behind them choosing the video. It is incredible. I was talking to this. I was cleaning the house today, and I was talking about this, where there's literally PR team behind a content creator, when there's literally company behind a content creator, when a content creator is being fed what to say, when a content creator is being formed to be as sociable as possible. You take a person, and I'm gonna just take the worst example because the guy's a fucking asshole. And the guy he's in jail for horrific crimes. I'm gonna take an example of Jared from Subway. So Jared from Subway was a fat dude. I can say fat because I'm fat. He was a fat dude that lost some weight through Subway, right? and he was the mascot of Subways and said, "Hey, I lost weight with Subways." Now this is not true. The truth is, yes, he was eating Subways, but he was also training. He had nutritionists behind him. He was having all the team, and then what they did, Subway did, which was smart but devious. What they did was they took Jared and they trained him. This is how you talk. This is how you face the situation. This is blah 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 blah. This is really how you deal with presses, with question. This is how you answer this question. So there was this general case of I'm being PR trained or I'm being trained, and there's a whole team behind it saying like, hey, this could be AI. You see, take a person like Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast, which is the biggest content creator on the planet. Has Mr. Beast ever used CGI in his videos? Has he ever used a green screen in his videos? Has he ever used AI in his videos? Possibly. Now, technically speaking, does it matter? No, because now as I was saying this again, like, and this does make sense because Genis, when he came to me yesterday because I fell asleep, but he was like, "Yo, it took a lot of work." And I didn't think about that. So, for example, you see this guy who's using this green screen, right? And who's doing some editing, some crazy editing. Does it take less work? No, it doesn't take less work. It's different work, but it doesn't take less work. And for that, it's good because you have to work for content. Otherwise, you see, I was watching this other guy, DSP, and when YouTube was first started, you could go to Burger King and just try it out and have fun. But then there's 100 people that are doing it, so you have to be the best, otherwise the people won't give a fuck, right? So yes, as a content creator, this is scary because it's a new wave of people that were making content. I'm gonna say something that's gonna be atrocious, and I'm gonna be offending a lot of people. It's not the goal. And before we even start, disclaimer, I don't see myself as a great content creator. I see myself as an okay guy. Most of my followers, most of people that enjoy my videos are enjoying the person, not necessarily the content. They can enjoy the content too, which is great. Anna said, I love your content. And it's funny because I've been getting a lot of positive comments about my content. See, my content is especially weird, is I don't care how well it does right now. People, in my book, the way I'm seeing things, the way I'm planting, and again, this is a very, very, it is something I plan every single day now. It's just more of the best possible scenario. I make content, people see the content, and like, oh, I don't really care about this guy. And then I get popular because people are watching my videos, say, okay, well, we like his videos, and he has 40,000 of them, so let's watch something, and it's long term. But with AI, what is scary about this is there was a necessary calling. Calling is so fucking important in my opinion. I don't see myself as an important content creator or a talented. I work hard. I'm a nice guy. But take away from that, I'm just your average Joe. I'm still your average Joe, just a bit weirder. And the calling is kind of something super important. Again, if I'm going to be offending people, that's not the goal. I'm just being factual. I'm just saying how I feel. And if you agree, you agree. If you don't agree, you don't agree. As a kid, right? I watched this basketball game, and it wasn't a basketball game. It was, oh no, it was a movie Space Jam with the Looney Tunes. And I told my father, Dad, I want to be a basketball player. And my dad was an asshole. I love my dad, but he's an asshole. My dad was like, hey, kid, your mom is 5 foot. I'm 5'6". You'll be small as fuck. Just so that you play the NBA are very, very slim. And there was a calling, and then I listened to somebody else, which also was a role model, Rich Piana, saying that bodybuilding, yes, a lot of people are on roids, but it's all about your talent. And I'm going to talk about this, and this is so interesting. This is so interesting. I didn't even think about that. To see, when Genis came in, he opened my eyes, and he said, and the nicest thing about what he said, it wasn't like, oh, this is how I view things, this is how you should view things. It's like, hey, this is my reality. Oh, you should think about it. You should not think about it in a sense of you're fucking wrong, but in a sense of maybe you missed something. And I was like, I never thought about that, And Rich Piana, he was talking about how it was a lot of genetics. and there's people that weren't made for bodybuilding, right? And the calling is, um, if you go to schools right today, you're close. If you go to school in August when it restarts, and you ask kids, what job do you want to do? Content creator. A majority of people will say content creator because thanks to people like Kaisenatic, people like speed, right? And they're calling, just like in the 90s. I'm Canadian. And the national sport here is hockey. You would ask people what they wanted to do, and it would say police officer, a firefighter, and hockey player. These are three things. These are three jobs that will not allow anybody. Nobody wants to be X job. Nobody wants to be that. But we need that job, right? I don't think anybody wants to pick up garbage, but we need that job. And it's quite valorizing because you're doing something good for society. You're cleaning the streets. First of all. Second of all, you're doing something that nobody else is wanting to work. You're doing self-sacrifices, right? Third of all, you're in your own way partaking in society. And you're one of the unsung hero. Am I glad that somebody pick up the garbage? Absolutely. Would I do it? I don't know if I would. I had this job opportunity, and it's a toxic workshop. They're using what they're doing is they're dipping metals in acid, and it creates this fume, right? This fume. And the fume is toxic. The workplace isn't toxic. The fume is toxic, right? And if you look at the ground, it's disgusting. It's dusty. It's bad. But at the same time, I've been trying to get a better job, and I couldn't. And this is the last. This was the last hope. We're at the last hope. So I believe in calling, and calling again. It's one of these horrible concepts. See, calling to me is Darwin. It's modern Darwinism. So Darwinism is what? When I'm talking about Darwinism, I'm always thinking about the same way of explaining it. I'm talking about giraffes. And the giraffe, when they first, well, not first, but in the past, there was short-necked giraffes. So giraffes, when they went to the trees, they would always eat the leaf and the leaf and the leaf and the leaf, right? And then what happened is, the one with short neck would eat the lower level the leaf. See, then most of the tree that they had didn't have lower leaf. So a lot of giraffes, or giraffes, I don't know how you say them in English, I don't fucking know, died because they weren't able to get the leaf, right? To me, that was natural selection. A lot of people are wanting to be content creator. Do I think that, you know what? My concept of content creation completely changed. Do I think that everybody can be a content creator? Yes. It's just to certain degrees. Can anybody be a content creator? Yes. Can anybody do it professionally? No. I was talking about hockey player. Can you play hockey with your friends in a parking lot? Absolutely. Are you going to be playing for the NHL? No. Are you going to be playing it? This is the one that says, shut the fuck up. This is the one that says, I'm going to kill you. Our doors are closed, by the way. With content creation, it's something. But then, content creation changed with my girlfriend in January. And she was also a content creator. Okay, so it's funny. She called herself a content creator, but what she would do was she would go every single night at like 8 o'clock and have a TikTok live, and she would have her friend in, and they were just talking. And at first I was like, what kind of content is this, dude? You're not really creating, you're just talking. But then I heard about it, and she felt like she was creating content. I was like, okay, well, I like this girl, let's open her eyes, let's give her, let's ask herself questions. Let's be open-minded because I care about her. Let's ask questions as to why is she the way she is. And then I was listening to her, and I was making clips, and she was going on. The show was like 4 hours every single night, and I was watching it, and I was watching it, and I was like, holy shit! This is like a radio show. This is like a talk show. This is like a podcast. This is how I saw it. She was using social media to be social, which was good. And so there was content, with the calling, do I believe, and this is me talking about my perception of yesterday and how much Janice changed it just by saying the following. Janice is behind this video, but the reason behind this video isn't because, oh, he's my friend and I want to protect him. Of course he's my friend, and of course I want to protect him. I fucking love that guy. But the reason why we're making this video is because he asked me, ask yourself question. Try to put yourself in my shoes. This is how hard I worked. You understand how hard I worked? And he felt that I was talking about how he used a program and he would do the job. Now, was that what I was trying to say? No. But at the same time, me not knowing AI, I don't know any program for that. I assume there's tools that are making things a lot easier. But I cannot assume that because you have a tool to make a lot of things a lot easier, right? I'm gonna say something that's gonna be super fucking bad, but it's not because you have the tool that you can do it. One of my biggest surprise in music in my entire life was T-Pain. And T-Pain, he went in with auto-tune. And I was like, oh, this dude cannot sing. Oh, this dude cannot sing. And I told this story before, but I was listening to Ronnie Radke, which is one of my idol. Was one of my idol lately. The music he does is not my style. He has the God complex, which is not cool. And he's really narcissistic, which is not cool. But hey, he taught me a lot about life, which I'm thankful for. And Ronnie Radke was doing a Stick Twitch live, right? And somebody asked him the question, how do you feel about autotune? And he completely, with his answer, he completely blew my mind. And what he said, he was like, I'm okay with it. And I was like, dude, this is people that that are using tools to be as talented as you. You know, you were lucky to have the voice that you have. If everybody can have the voice that you have thanks to tools, then it's kind of not fair, right? And then he was talking about T-Pain. And again, T-Pain in my book was a guy that was using tools to improve his singing. But then I listened to a song, which was, I don't know the song, what the name is, but he was singing it without auto-tunes. And it was going like that. Baby girl, what's your name? Let me talk to you, let me buy you a drink. I'm T-Pain, you know me. He did a song, and the way he voiced it and the way he sang, it was beautiful. This guy had the voice of an angel. Voice of an angel. So with AI, this is still, what is he calling? I need to be balanced in my thoughts. I need to show that I'm going to show you a coin, but I'm going to show you that there's head and there's tail, right? Do I believe that AI is a tool? Yes. Do I think that using a tool can give you an advantage as to someone that's not using a tool? Absolutely. See, that's the problem. I was afraid of AI because it gave people an unjust advantage. But at the same time, should they stop themselves from using AI because I'm not using AI? No, fuck me. If I'm not using AI, it's my choice. It's my problem. You understand what I mean? This is factual. So it's kind of really scary. It's really scary. And then with the coding, do I think that people are gonna get shortcuts thanks to AI? Yes. Do I think that people that are a bit... See, my problem with AI is still the same as yesterday. A bit different, but the same. I don't want it to be the new norms. I don't want everybody to feel like if I don't use AI, I'm not gonna make it. So this is my first problem. The second problem is, and Janice was talking about how put in a lot of work, and because he put in a lot of work, the AI did some really good stuff. The song was really good. The song was super quality, and it just showed. It just goes to show like there's talents behind AI. There's talents behind using the tools, and I think I put everybody in the same boat, which was wrong of me, and I apologize for that. I put everybody in the same boat, saying, "Hey, you got a tool? The way you're using it." So when I talked about this, and I was wrong again, which I do apologize for Janice. I felt like yes, the tool was, and I didn't really understand where he was coming from because I was like, dude, I'm not judging you for using AI. But I can understand now as we're speaking that we're really thinking about it and brainstorming. I can understand. You shouldn't put everybody in the same boat of you're using AI as a tool. There's still artwork, there's still talent behind it. There's still talents. Like for example, you can use AI as a tool. If you have shitty ideas, even AI is gonna be horrible. You go to the rest that says you can buy the best product. You can buy the best ingredients. If you cook shit, it will taste like shit. You know. I didn't think about the I didn't think about how much work it was. And yes, I'm worried for AI. I am worried. I think yesterday when I talked about it, I was very true in my head. It's 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 affecting me in more than way than one. Most of the job that I had in my life, because I didn't go to school. Well, I went to school. I had every chance to go to school. My parents pushed me to go to school. I didn't care about it. I just wanted to be myself, you know. And I felt like school didn't allow me to be myself. Um, so because I don't have the best education, most of the time I have a workshop job. And a workshop job are going to be the first to leave to the robotic force. I'm going to be replaced by robotic force. I don't know when, but in my lifetime for sure. And I'm afraid of that, you know. And then when I was listening to Gen X and when I woke up late, my first question was like, why are you so against AI? Why are you so against AI? And we're finishing the video on that because it's a long video. But it is kind of really simple and I'm afraid of AI. The first experience that I had with AI was completely shitty. It was people who made videos that you could clearly tell it was fake. It was horrible quality. Now, in my book, and again, this is personal, the very first great AI tool that was there was ChatGPT. It was the very first tool, and I was like, holy shit, this is serious. This is quality AI. And everybody can use. Everybody can use. And I was afraid of that. See, there was, and this is gonna make me sound 50 years older than I am. My father always told me, hey, go look for something. If you have a question, research it. And for me, if you have a question, just have to Google, right? With ChatGPT, it's the same thing. And ChatGPT will actually have an opinion XYZ on something XYZ. ChatGPT was the very first one I was like, holy shit, this is really quality and this is scary. It is scary. Again, not scary in the sense of, oh, this is gonna happen tomorrow, but it's not hard to imagine. It's not hard to imagine a future where everybody's using AI and robots, you know? You think it's not this lifetime, it's what do you think? 10, 15 years? And that scared me. Because it was kind of imposed to, it's not imposed in the fact that if you don't use it, you'll fall behind. But if everybody's using it and you're not using it, you see a tool. Okay, let's use this tool, the camera. This camera and this camera are the tools that I use to make content. If you ask people 10 years ago, they were using real camera. Do I know myself with cameras? No. If content wasn't that easy to make, I wouldn't do it. There's always been this charisma of this charm of a man with a camera that goes in to make content and you just do him, you know? And it's super simple, but at the same time it's like computer, you know? And the tool that you use, and AI is, I'm afraid of the AI because it's the next tool. See, my video yesterday was a response of fear. Fear because it was at my doorstep. Fear because, and I did say Janice, but what I meant with that is, it's a regular guy. It's not a company. It's not a guy that has this training in how to use AI. Oh, you'll go to school. This is the guy that says, hey, let's have some fun. Let's use some tools. So what he did was, he had his friend. She wanted to grow on Twitch, and he wanted to create her song. And he's like, how can I help her? And he created a song, and he didn't know how to do it. And he just researched, and he just made a song. And to me, that was scary, because it's not like you went into the internet, and you deep dive, and you went to the corner of the internet. Just like, okay, well, how can I help her a song? How hard is this to make? He did work 10 days on it, but there's a time in this lifetime where making it, well, mastering the CD and then taking the CD and putting it together took more than 10 days, And to me, that's very scary. 10 days seem like a lot of days, but it's not a lot of days when you think about a song, And it's tough to itself as one song. You could have made 2 songs, we could have made 3 songs. And that's also something that's scary. What if the first song took 10 days, the second one took 8 days? What if you get familiar with it, right? And that's the scary part. Yes, it was a response of fear. Absolutely. And I'm gonna finish this video the same way I finished the one yesterday. Do I think that people should not be using AI? No, I think they should be using AI. It's a tool, use it, right? Waiting for content creator. Oh, too warm. This morning it was so hot I couldn't film for more than 5 minutes without this phone eating up and this phone eating up. Is AI a good thing? Yes, for content creator, yes. Because the more quality content is out there, the more competition you have. The more competition you have, the harder you have to work and the better your content has to be. Because again, I was talking about coding before, and if you're not cut out for it, if you're not made to be content creator, we all have our different strengths. I was looking at this show, and it's Love on the Spectrum. And it was autistic people falling in love and having a relationship, which is cool. And there was a guy who was a savant for mathematics. And I was like, well, you can use his brain as a mathematician, right? It would be amazing. Now, am I saying that he's not able to be a mathematician? No, I'm not saying that. I think that the way his brain is wired is incredible. You see, when you look at scientists, we didn't know autism back then. Maybe they had autism, and maybe that's why. I just think it's very scary. I'm afraid. I'm afraid because I don't know if I can compete, And it's good because the more quality content you have to do it. Do I think I can compete? I don't know. It sucks. But then, I was born in '93. I could have started making content 10 years ago. I could have been way better. It's rough. It's hard. It's hard to think that those 4 years might not have been enough of training to compete with something like that.
Yeah, I have a few.
Insecurity. I look confident about the content I make. I look like I have it shit under control, but it is so complex. It is a big maybe. It is a big, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go. I don't know how it should go. If AI is a new form, is a new tool. Yeah, it's scary. Yesterday, I was talking about how it takes jobs for people that are making content and artists. And I was like, oh, you should give those jobs to people that are human. But of course, I was talking about myself also. Like, you want an opinion from a person, right? But if you can have an opinion from something that somebody or something that has factual behind it, that can in the moment research things for you, that will have every single answer that you ever asked for. While listen to a guy that has an opinion that's flawed. What if there's 59 minutes? What if there's less hour of me talking and talking and talking? I was wrong. It could have happened. Anyway, I love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. If you're using AI, go ahead. Have fun. Use the tools that are available to you. I'm just a insecure guy that feels threatened. You're just an insecure guy that doesn't know where this is gonna go. It also doesn't know where he's gonna go. I'm fearful. Already I'm thinking that maybe my content's not enough. There are better people out there. But I work hard and I'm nice, so maybe I have a chance. But can I beat perfection? Can I beat content that is made using the latest tool? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay, and boom, she's ready.
Shit.
Larger your planets, if you will, and it's just dealing with those people, right? In this universe,
Ay, ay, ay. Don't blink, it's your leaving. Welcome to the shop. Continuing walkers are having a wonderful day on this 16 June 2025. Today we are tasting a new product, which I'm super excited to taste. We're tasting Present Choice Candy Cane Cookie Dough Ice Cream Bites. So we had these before and they were a nightmare to get out of the package. So I'm excited because this is something we tasted before. So basically what it is, it's cookie dough surrounded. It's a cookie dough shell with ice cream in the middle, which I'm excited to see. These feels like a product that we're not supposed to sell for Christmas because it's candy cane. Candy cane, cookie dough ice cream bites. And I'm so fucking excited because there's something funny, there's something kind of odd about a product like this being out in the middle of summer, but at the same time, it is a second chance of something that I didn't like the first time. The first time were really good, but it was a bit boring. The first time was really good, but it was a nightmare. They stuck to the bottom. So these could be getting a second chance to a product that I didn't like, but instead are a second chance to give a product that I didn't like another bread. Dude, I'm excited to taste them. It's just nuts because I don't know how I feel about this. See, I'm not a complex guy. I'm a complex guy. I tend to like a lot of things. But with this one, it really does feel like I'm like, okay, well, I'm taking a risk. Fool me once, shame on me. Shame on you, fool me twice, shame on me. Kind of things. We have a description. PC, Present Choice, cookie dough, ice cream bites. Make eating ice cream fun without the mess. It's the holiday version, see? We took your favorite rich peppermint ice cream with candy cane pieces, wrapped in soft chocolate cookie dough, and create a frozen bite-sized dessert, a pocket full of genie indulgence. Now, what I absolutely love here is, yes, I was talking about how seasonal it is, and how, and for me, candy cane in itself is Christmas. It's related to Christmas, so when I saw candy cane ice cream, I was like, okay, Christmas. But on here, there's not a place where it's a limited edition. So this is kind of cool. Now, do I think they're gonna sell a lot of these? No, because I think a lot of people are gonna be like, yo, candy canes is for holidays. This is what it looks like. You can tell it's really cold. I had fun the first time getting it out. Oh, okay. This is good. This is really good actually. Completely different experience. So you grab it, and I'm gonna sound like a fucking dummy, but to me this feels kind of dumplish, like a dumpling. It's really like a dough. You can tell that inside it's really soft. Mmm. Not an experience, however, it is so rich. Not to really see. Oh, you see, we pushed it. It's good. This is how it should have been. A bit of a weirder choice. Because I don't know if you're supposed to eat it with a spoon, possibly. But it's so nice. When it's a dumpling like, it's really fun. I often think about the design, the taste. I give my general ID next to those. And I never thought about how fun it is to eat the product. These are fun to eat. These are fun. They're fun. They're delicious. They're original. It's something that I would not have bought myself. It's something that I would not have tried. The first one, you wanna know a secret? The first one, I had a bad experience with, and I went to the next. I went like a month after, like, giving it another chance. They were out of the shelves. No. For a taste. It is sort of spectacular. It's really good. But to me, what really sold me on that is it's kind of like a brilliant thing. It is brilliant. It is following a normal recipe. It's adding something. So if I told you something, okay, think about it together. Chocolate cookie dough, good. Ice cream, good. Now I'm gonna tell you something different. Chocolate ice cream and mint ice cream, delicious, right? Proven mixture, proven combo that works really well. People love that shit. People love that shit. They think, oh, it's so good. Okay. First fact. Second factor, which is also as important, if not more important. I'm not even uploading. I shouldn't be uploading. What was I saying? Yeah. So you put this two together, and then you add a candy cane, which is minty. It's also a special kind of mint, peppermint, and it works really well. And it's complex because it's so unique, yet it's so familiar. Do I like it? I love it. Do I think it's pretty normal? Yes, because you are eating a mint ice cream with chocolate. The candy cane is nice, but does it really is enough for me to say, wow, this is a complex product? No. However, with the chocolate cookie dough, which has a completely different texture, it's nice. The idea behind it is really good. It's a cool product. What I'm trying to say is you're not reinventing the wheel, but you're improving the wheel. And that's something when I saw these, I didn't have kind of expectations were low, yeah, but I'm pleasantly surprised. Candy cane cookie dough ice cream bites, peppermint ice cream with candy cane peas wrapped in chocolate cookie dough. Amazing. So definitely recommended. Okay. Now, oh shit. Oops, retry.
Doink, is it wet? Dueling is it winning?
Don't blink, it's your blink. Welcome to the Computer Show. Doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this, holy shit, 16th June 2025. Today we're talking about the tower. We're doing a little tower talk. It's very, very short. On my first short at the tower, I just want to talk about, we have a special event today. That special event was the coronation of Shield over, Sword, and it just happened. Sword, we really played, and we reached 3,658. Shield has finished tier 2. Shield finished tier 2 with a whopping 5,700 wave. Now, technically speaking, I did have extreme luck. We got half health, half damage, half health for the. No, half damage for you and half damage for the enemy really early on, but it's just so good. It is just so good. By now, we're making enough cash. I might be switching because, see, just I'm so sorry, guys. We had a long day, so I'm a bit tired. I might be switching to perks as a research. Reason as to why is, well, we've been doing tier 2 for a while now, so perks would definitely be something I'm interested in. It would be perk, you see, the shield being coronated is great, but I have to do something. So with damage, I would actually go with, let's go with range, because range I have a lot. Let's switch it for, let's see how much it is. I think it's super expensive. Right now we have 7B for sword. Yeah, the shield just made it, and this is the shield being a lot better, than anything else. I could do super tower bonus though. Perk option quantity, standard perk bonus. It is 594. So this is a lot, dude. This is a lot. We could, however, do wave required, which would also be cool. How many? No, I don't know. There's 100. Ooh. Now let's leave it like that. Shield is the strongest playthrough right now, and this is crazy. The strongest playthrough is Crown. What did I do? Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the show. Everything well, that having a wonderful day on this 16th June 2025. Today we are tasting a new chips. We are tasting sunshine snacks. Never had this before. Cheesies. It's super nice. It's nice because it is always cool to try new snacks. It's always cool to try a new brand. It's a brand from the country. You know how I know? Because they switched the sticker here. This is the first information. It is a food from Trinidad. We have chips from Trinidad. I am so excited because at the same time today we started to work out, which means that these I'm not gonna have for a while. I got a bag full of grocery store, but not full. Possibly. I'm so tired, dude. Possibly. What the fuck am I talking about? It's pretty empty. So we have Cheesy's crunchy cheese flavor snack. Original real cheese. I think I could use a little of information though. There's no description, but hey, does it matter? Cheesy, what a cool name too. What a cool name too. You guys ready? very akin to Cheetos. Wow. That is so good. It's so different though. It tastes a little bit like Dumpty Cheesies, for reals. And it's very similar. I mean, the cheese that you're using is similar. The crunchiness. But this one, so a little bit of taste. The taste is almost a perfect mixture between a similar and very different. A little bit a second opinion on this. But if you let me know it's cheesy, which is very, again, oh man, these are so good. I'm not making a lot of sense, but basically, I grew up with a product. I was very similar to this. However, it's so different because the oil you use is different. It's a bit more potent. You do taste the fried aspect of it, which I really enjoy. This is possibly fried versus the other one that are baked. So this is a very different taste. Now, this being one of the most prominent tastes of the chips, the whole experience has changed, to be honest. Which is a great thing, actually. It's a great thing. Also, differently speaking, there is a vast flavor of corn. A bit more sweet. The fried aspect of it is really nice. Not something I would usually go for though. It is good. But like, how much do I fuck with? Okay. I made up my mind. Because they're so similar, the product that I know, I don't know if I would go and buy them. But because it's so similar to the product that I love these, right? It's like, oh, this is almost the same thing, so I'm really liking it. There's some different thing. The fries aspect to it, I love it. It really feels like, you know, when you go to the Chinese buffet, and they have the soups, right? And they have those little fried noodles. It really does feel like that. It just really does taste like that, which is great. I love these. I don't know if I would go to buy them because we have something so similar, but that's also French Canadian, so let's promote our current culture. However, I'm glad that I tried them. I'm so glad I tried them. It was really cool to try. So this is a positive experience, and I'm thankful for everything and anything, but I'm thankful for that. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the show. Nothing doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 16 June 2025. Something incredible happened. And again, you're gonna think that I planned all of this and I'm some kind of fucking genius. I'm not. I just got extremely lucky.
In DC Worlds Collide, every new...
There you go. I had to fix something. Oops. Again. How much do I have off? Oh, there you go. 28 gigs. We're good. We're good for a while. So, like I was saying, maniacal laugh. Like I was saying, you guys are gonna think that I'm a genius. I'm not. I'm extremely lucky. By the way, guys, peep the nature chord, a little cloud behind me. I have a hard time talking today. I don't know why. Okay, so let's say a month ago, just to be safe, right? A month ago, I'm watching TikTok and I'm seeing Chili Park Boys a lot. And Chili Park Boys, I wasn't supposed to recap it because I already did. And I was like, you know what? You're a new content. You're a different content creator. Let's redo this because one of your favorite series. Let's give it the proper homage that it deserves. Like homage, I like that word. And then we start Kenny vs. Penny. Kenny vs. Penny, we have 2 episodes left and we're done, by the way. So that's actually pretty cool. And then, today, ladies and gentlemen, I go on Netflix because I play Dead Cell, which is a game that doesn't have a lot of narrative, so I watch a show and behind it, which is Casa de Papel, which is really good. And I see the newest show on Netflix. Now, I swear to God, I wasn't expecting it to be on Netflix, but it's Trailer Park Boy Jail. Now, I have seen clips of it, but I never watched that show. It is the first time, please listen to this, it is the first time in 7 years that I have some new Trailer Park Boy content. It is cool because it was supposed to be a Sweat exclusive, but the boys finally said, you know what, let's give it to the people, let's give it to Netflix. So I'm going to be watching this, and I'm going to recap this. I think it's 10 episodes. It's only 2 seasons. And it's so cool because I didn't start the animated, I didn't start the podcast. We have to do the specials, which is don't legalize it. The movies, the specials, the trips. I don't know if I'm going to do the trips. I'm going to possibly do just that. But this is great news. This is the next thing I'm going to do. I'm so excited. Usually I wait a little bit, but I cannot wait. I am so excited. Chili Park Boy coming to you right now. Fuck off. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Couple Show. Let's do well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 16 June 2025. Today we're coming to you guys with a kind of like a complex, and I do really mean complex situation. And it's a complex situation which is not great. This morning I was working on making content, and I was working on making clips, and something happened to me, and this is a awareness post. This is me pointing finger at myself. This is me looking in the mirror and say, hey, this is not okay, this is not healthy, this is very unhealthy. So this morning I wake up. Yesterday I was out of the house and I was playing the tower. So what we do is we play the tower here and play the tower. The tower will make your phone hot because it asks a lot of the CPU. But it's still something that I want to do because why do one video when you can do 5 of them? 3 playthrough, 1 video, and 1 nature chord. Why do only 2 videos when you can do 5? And this morning was really hot. And what really bothered me is I did finish later on. So the sun rises at 5. I was out at 5:40. But I did lose 40 minutes of content. That's my fault. That's me. Poor time management. What really bugged me, the me having to put my foot down and say, this is not okay, dude, this is not okay, is actually quite simple. So what happened was, oh my god, it was too hot outside and I couldn't film. And I was like, I lost the morning. Now, technically speaking, what we ended up doing was we did some TikTok live, which was really cool, but it's not enough. It really set me off, and ultimately speaking, this is how addicted I am to making content. I missed one morning, which sucks, but it's not that big of a deal, but it really affected me. And it was just about, okay, well, guess what? And this is a self-awareness video, but it's also like a really positive video. Self-awareness because I'm like, dude, you miss a morning, that's not a big deal. But it really fucked you up. But at the same time, I was like, okay, well, let's do it live instead. And tomorrow it'll be the same thing. It'll be hot at the same time. And the day after, it'll be the same thing. So doing live is better. It's a better thing. It takes less space, so I got more time to free some space, which is great. But at the same time, it took me adversity to improve that. And adversity to improve, facing adversity and improving thanks to adversity is a great thing. But if at the worst adversity that you have in your life is you couldn't do what you wanted one morning, this is an addiction. This is bad. So this morning I was like, holy shit, what am I supposed to do? And I spent 2 hours thinking about what I can do. I don't have space because I just streamed for 5 hours Fortnite. I don't have space because my phones are so full and I don't know what to put, which is my fault. But still, I don't know what to do because this setback really set me back, you know? And another fact that there was not, what bothers me about it is, see, this is way too, the phone is too hot right now and it's super late, but at the same time it's not a big deal because we're leaving soon. We're leaving in about 6 minutes, so it's not a big deal. Like I said, what bugged me wasn't that, is the fact that you think that you're in control of the situation, right? You're in control of the situation when things are going well. When things are not going well, it's really a question for grabs of like, oh fuck, what am I supposed to do, you know? And this is making content. I know people that are single moms. I know people that are dealing with addiction. I know people that are dealing with depression, which we did deal with depression. But you toughen up and you learn from life, and then you realize just how far you are. You have this understanding of, I'm doing good, I'm okay, and then a small amount of things set me off. And I'm like, it's not me playing victim. It's not, are you not okay? It's just that it shouldn't affect me as much as it did. So then you start questioning yourself. And again, if we can learn from those, that's cool. I was talking about management and time management. And it's funny because I was making this video. And I was making this video, right? And it was about managing my time. And the second part of it is exactly what happened. So I was like, well, you know, I didn't have a lot of space, so I had to find things to make space. I'm not gonna tell you the story, but it is kind of complex. The Tree Tower playthrough are using 30 gigs of space per hour. Thanks to my Wi-Fi, I can upload 14 to 15 gigs of content per hour. So there is a part where I'm like, holy shit, dude, I'm never gonna be able to do it, right? So that's why I go out. I don't film the tower. We just do things for managing time, and just see, if I have in my day I have 24 hours, I'm gonna be using the 24 hours. If in my days I have limited resources, I'm gonna be using those resources. Otherwise, what's the point, right? It's just a very, very specific thing. Like, okay, well, I'm in this position, and now I have to take care of myself. Okay, I'm in this position, and okay, now I have to understand. I have to figure out what is the best course of action. And what I'm trying to say, and this video it sounds weird, but at the same time, it's quite normal. I think it happens in everybody's life. It just didn't happen quick enough for me. You're faced with adversity. How do I react and how do I manage? Shit hit the fan. What do? I run away. I clean it up, right? I think most of the time I run away. And this morning was really cool because I did take care of business, and I'm really proud of myself for that. So yeah, let's continue working towards not being affected by little things that I cannot control. Can I control the weather? No. Is it my fault if it's too hot outside? No. Can I do something about it? No. So why bother? Why worry, right? And that is pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. Don't blink, kiss your blink. Welcome to the Welcome to the Show. It's doing well with having a wonderful day on the 16th June 2025. It is a beautiful weather outside, but tomorrow there's a lot of rain, so let's take advantage of that. I want to apologize for this morning. We made a video and it was too hot to start. Just to continue, my phone was full, so we stopped. But this is part 2 of our management of time. and managing the resources and how we did things and how I'm proud of how I not figure it out, but how I organize myself to do the most with what we have. I'm gonna do part 2. Now, technically speaking, the speech I was gonna give you guys is completely pointless because we had adversity that day. It's gonna be completely changed, but we're gonna be talking about that later on. So right now what we're talking about is time management, resource management, right? If I have 24 hours in my day, I'm gonna be using the 24 hours, but I have to be able to use the 24 hours. I was talking about how this morning. I'm saying yesterday because it was this morning, and I went to sleep at around 2, and I wake up at night, which is not that long ago. We've been making content, by the way, for an hour 40, so yay us, yay us. What happened this morning, which was kind of poetic, a poetic justice, was exactly what I was talking about this morning. I started making content later because I was doing clips, and I was like, okay, well, the sunshine is not that nice, the sunrise is not that nice, I can miss a little bit. And then by missing it a little bit, it completely got super hot. My phone was constantly closing. I swear to God, I was doing 2-3 minutes of Ninja Corn